Hi you guys, welcome back to the Kneady Homesteader channel and Meal Planning Monday, week number 2. I will be adding this video along with all the other meal planning videos that I do to a playlist for Meal Planning Mondays. I am, however, filming this on a Sunday because that way gives me plenty of time to get it edited and uploaded and ready to go on Monday morning. I am going to be releasing these videos on Monday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. That way it gets to you guys still in the morning, and then the West Coast really early in the morning, and then it allows me to kind of sit in the comment section for a little bit with you guys and comment back as you guys watch it. And it's right after my Bible study, which is at 9 a.m. over at Barn45 Highland. For those of you who are interested in joining me in that Bible study, I just sit in on the live chat here on YouTube. They also do a live stream over on Facebook, but you know, that's on my home platform. My home platform is here on YouTube. I'll leave a link to that down below, or a link, I'll try to put a link up above to their channel for you so you can go over there and subscribe. But I do a Bible study over there Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Time, and it runs about an hour and 15 minutes. So once my Bible study is done, I will release these videos, and then that way I can dedicate some time in, you know, hanging out with you guys a little bit in the comment section. I like to do that. That's like one of my favorite parts of making videos, is, you know, the interaction, the chit chat between you and I. So, so that's going to be my plan on Mondays. So, with that said, I've got my meal planner. If you're interested in this particular meal planner, I will leave a link for it down below. I bought mine off of Amazon. I know many of you have bought the same one, so we're kind of on the same page. But any planner will do. If you use, like for a long time, I used a Filofax. Many of you use just a good old-fashioned notebook. One of my best friends uses a notebook. So whatever it is that you enjoy writing into meal plan, that's what you should use. So with that, I'm going to spin you around here. I did get a light. I got a fancy light just in case, you know, as the winter progresses here, we enter into the fall and the winter seasons. I want to make sure that this area is at least lit up for you guys to be able to see on video a little easier. So, all right, with that, I'm going to stop yabber and I'm going to spin you around and we're going to get to meal planning. Okay. So as I go ahead and just fill in my dates here, which we're going to start, for me, I start my meal plans on Sunday. But if you want to start yours on Monday, that is fine. We recognize the Sabbath here, so for me the start of the work week is Sunday. So 15th, the 16th, the 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, and the 21st of September are going to be the weeks that we're going to be focusing on. And I want to grab my highlighters here. And I will leave a link up above to our first Meal Planning Monday, which was last week. And I will kind of explain to you guys how I go ahead and meal plan. I like to highlight special days, or days that I've got to just be kind of more aware of what I'm making. So that is always going to be on a Monday and on a Friday. It would help me if I wrote the days of the week out. So let's put Sunday, Monday. Mondays and Fridays are days where Mina goes to cheerleading. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Now, for me this week, I am going to be, now usually on Wednesdays I go to church and we go to Bible study. But this week we are going to be headed downstate. We've got some errands to run, and we've got some kids. Between Danny and I, we have 10 children. So he has 4, I have 6. And so we are going to be stopping and seeing children and a grandbaby. So I'm super excited. I'm going to be taking some homeschooling stuff, some learning games over to her. So Wednesday is going to be focused on an easy dinner, something that I can put on for the kids earlier, because I don't know if they're going to go with us. It all depends. Eric will be here, and I'm sure Mason will probably stay. Mina might come with us, so it all depends. But whatever it is, I want to put a meal in the Instant Pot. So I'm going to put on here, I want my Instant Pot. That way I can focus on an easy dinner on Wednesday. And I think that's it. So I'm going to put on here no church, just so I remember that we won't be going this week. And so, okay, so now with that, what I always like to do, and I'll do this on the back of this page, is all my chicken scratch of the things that I have and the things that I want to use. Tonight we're having pork chops because pork chops are on sale this week. So Danny actually just ran to the meat market and is picking up pork chops, and he's picking up chicken breasts. Now the chicken breasts, we're going to be using, one of you reminded me, Heather, don't forget about your homemade barbecue sauce in the fridge. You have to use it. Yes, I do. So I am using it this week. So I don't have like a lot that I have to use per se. Everything in my fridge already has a date. And the dates are fine. But I do have lots of peppers coming out of my garden. So I actually just harvested the last of them. So I have some fresh, green, beautiful bell peppers that came out of my garden yesterday. So I'm going to keep those in mind when I meal plan. I'm going to be focused on pork chops and chicken breast this week and using leftovers. So tonight we are doing the breaded pork chops. Breaded pork chops. The kids love this meal. We are doing au gratin potatoes, which I have in my pantry. I bought those on sale. And we're going to do, I think I still have yellow squash and zucchini to use. So what we're going to do, and I know I have onion and I have fresh garlic that I have to use. So I'm going to do, for veggie, we're going to do zucchini, yellow squash, onion, and garlic. And I saute all that up in butter. Oh, and it's so good. So that's going to be our vegetable. So that is for tonight's dinner. Now tomorrow night we are going to do barbecue chicken. And we're going to do that on the grill because it is supposed to be beautiful tomorrow. Today is sunny and 83. And tomorrow's supposed to be sunny and 82. And it's supposed to be like 80, 81, 82 all week long. So, doing chicken on the grill will be nice. We are also going to be making potatoes with that. It's going to be, I'm going to bake them or put them on the smoker. And then we will do corn on the cob with that. And I don't think I'll make a roll or anything like that. I don't know. I might make bread. It'll depend. It'll depend. But on this, I want to make a note that we are going to use homemade barbecue sauce. And then I want to make a note that we're going to use garden vegetables, garden veggies, and peeled garlic. I have peeled garlic because I just planted my garlic in my garden yesterday. And you know how sometimes when you peel the garlic clove apart and then the skin comes off, and then you can't plant peeled garlic. So those have to get fully peeled and then they get thrown in the bag, but then I want to use them up as soon as I can because it's fresh garlic, right? So tonight too, use peeled garlic and use garden veggies. Oh yeah, not in that. I've got some corn on the cob. Use corn. I wrote on the wrong line. Corn on the cob. Okay, so there's that. Now on Tuesday. Now Wednesday I want an easy meal that I can make early in the morning and set it and forget it. It can slow cook all day. So for Tuesday, because I'll be home, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do chicken pot pie. Now I have pie shells that need to be used in the fridge. Pie shells. I'm going to be using for this leftover chicken, because I can guarantee you when we get chicken, we don't get the boneless, skinless, because I don't like it that way. I like bone in, skin on chicken. So I know I can scrape them bones and I can get enough chicken out of there to make chicken pot pie. So I told Danny, grab an extra, make sure you get just a little bit extra chicken than normal, just so that I have enough to make chicken pot pie. So I'm going to have leftover chicken, and I'm probably going to have leftover baked potato. And those are the potatoes that are coming from our garden. So I'm going to be using potato and chicken leftover. And then all I have to throw in are some carrots and peas. And I think I have a bag of that in the freezer. Bag in freezer for that. And chicken pot pie is an all-in-one kind of meal. I can use it. It'll be easy. I just have to make a roux and cook that up, throw it in the pie crust, and it'll be good. So, and that will be, I won't have to cook the chicken or the potato because it'll all already be done for Monday night's dinner. Now, that leaves Wednesday. So we're doing chili again. I know I did it last week, but my kids love chili and hot dogs. So chili and hot dogs. And this way, I'm going to put on Headed Down State. So I'm going to do hot dogs and chili because I can cook the chili. I can make it really early. I'm going to be use garden peppers for that. We have the hot dogs already on hand. So the only thing I would need are hot dog buns. And then I'm going to use the meat. I had some leftover meat that I browned up that I didn't use, but I threw in the freezer. So use browned in freezer. So I won't even have to brown that meat. All I have to do is saute the onion and peppers, throw in the frozen meat. All my home canned beans. I have home canned roasted tomato sauce. And that'll be a great meal. And then in case we're not home for dinner, Eric will be able to eat, Mason will be able to eat, and they won't have to cook anything. So that will work out. On Thursday, I'm going to do, now you guys know that I made those meatballs, freezer meatballs. So again, I'm not having to cook any meat. So on Thursday, we're going to do meatballs with meats, of course, spaghetti sauce. And I'm going to make gnocchi because I have gnocchi in the, which are potato dumplings. I have those, a bag of those in the freezer. I never like to keep them too long in the freezer because eventually after a while they get freezer burned. So I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to make, I'm going to make homemade bread. Homemade garlic bread. And I'm going to make extra. I'm going to make extra loaves of Italian bread. So Thursday I will bake. Now my weekend I'm going to be canning. So so on Friday, now if I do the meatballs, the spaghetti sauce is going to be plain. So what I'm going to do on Friday is we're going to make homemade French bread, or I guess Italian bread, pizza. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the bread here and I'm going to turn it into pizza. And then all I'll need is mozzarella cheese from the freezer. I will have the sauce because I'm going to use leftover sauce. And using the bread. And so all I'll need are the pepperonis, and those are in the freezer. Pepperoni out of freezer. I like to write that down just because it reminds me to I always look at my meal plan the day before, and it just, then I can pull things out of the freezer the night before. So homemade French bread pizza, well, I'll get a double use out of that, the extra Italian bread that I make on Thursday, and it'll be super easy on Friday. And that means, because that's going to be so easy, I am going to can. So canning. Now I am leaving Saturday open because I might, if I still have leftover bread from Thursday. Now fresh bread lasts about 3 days. I don't keep it longer than that. It doesn't usually stay that long in this house for 3 days. But on Saturday I can make, even if I have to make fresh bread again, it's not a big deal. The Italian loaf is like really quick. I'm probably going to do sub sandwiches because this is going to be a big canning day for me. I want to get apple pie filling. So I'm just going to put canning, and I'm going to put apple pie filling. So usually on heavy canning days, I try to keep dinner super easy. So we can even do leftovers. If I have any leftover chili, like chili leftover, I'll put chili on here. So if I've got extra chili left over or anything like that, I can just throw it in the Instant Pot and warm it up, and then just eat dinner whenever you want. But if we do sub sandwich, just making a sandwich is super easy. Even on Saturday, I could do like grilled cheese and soup or something like that. So Saturday, I'm just going to put on here, whatever I do, I'm going to put easy. Same with Friday, easy, because on Friday I want to can too, so I'm going to put on here canning. And I've got to can tomatoes. I just don't know if I'm going to be canning the ones out of my garden or if I'm going to have to buy tomatoes, because my tomatoes are not turning green. Now I went out yesterday and I whacked off all new coming flowers, all the tops. The only thing on there now are stems with leaves and tomatoes on it. So I am hoping, we're supposed to be warm all this week, and I'm hoping that this week is the week my tomatoes start turning red. If not, on Thursday or Friday, I'm going to go out there and I'm just going to pick them off and then just kind of force them to ripen on a table out on my deck. And then do it that way. But I'm just going to make a note here. Canning. I might have to buy tomatoes, but I want to can them. And apple pie filling. That's on my list. I have to have that because we use a lot of the apple pie filling all winter long, especially around the holidays. So I have to get that done. But I have a lot of things I want to can. Celery, carrots. I have to do more stock. Carrots, celery, stock, blueberry jam. More pepper jelly because I'm almost out of pepper jelly, and I made a lot, but my friends and family have taken it all day. It's like one of their favorite things, so I need to get more of those done with my peppers, but I'm going to be putting my peppers in the freezer just to keep until I can get to that. But that is it for this week. So we've got pork chops with au gratin potatoes, zucchini, yellow squash, onion, and garlic that are going to come out of my garden. We're going to use that. Barbecue chicken on Monday, grilled with baked potatoes on the smoker, and corn on the cob. I can put that on the smoker as well. On Tuesday, we're going to use our leftover chicken to make chicken pot pie. We're going to use our leftover baked potatoes, cube it up, get it in the chicken pot pie. All I have to do is add a bag of carrots and peas that I have in the freezer. On Wednesday is going to be chili and hot dogs, something super easy, and using up some of those garden peppers that I have. On Thursday, we're going to do meatballs and spaghetti sauce with gnocchi and lots of homemade bread and baking extra loaves so that on Friday we can reuse that sauce from the, without the, well, you could put the meatballs on pizza too. If I have leftover meatballs, I will definitely put that on pizza, but I'm going to pull out pepperoni from my freezer, use the leftover sauce, and we're going to go ahead and make French bread pizza. And then on Saturday, any leftover chili that I have will get thrown back into an Instant Pot, reheated, and we'll either do sub sandwiches or we will just eat chili on Saturday. So that is my meal plan for the week. That is how I plan on leftover makeovers, and really buying very little. Like, I don't have to, the only thing I think I have to buy again is the hot dog buns. But next week, one of you suggested taco meat on top of crescent rolls. You lay down the crescent rolls and then you put taco meat. We're not having Taco Tuesday. Oh, my family might revolt. We're not having tacos this week. But next week, I want to try that croissant. You lay down croissant, she said, and then you lay down taco meat, and then you lay down, I would probably add some refried beans on that. Even adding rice. I'll keep the rice to the side. Refried beans, and then cheese, and then another layer of croissant rolls, and then you bake it. I think my family will love that. So I want to try that. She had suggested that, and I was like, girl, that sounds so good. So anyway, there's my meal plan for the week. Let me know how you guys are doing, especially if you're new to meal planning. There's so many of you jumping on board with this to try to save as much money as you can, trying to reuse those leftovers that are in the fridge. Leftover night is always a great night too. We call it fetch it night, which is where you go in the fridge and you fetch it yourself. But honestly, my kids are kind of, they're 12 and 9. So, Eric is 21. He's working, so he's working nights, so his schedule's kind of crazy. Will my kids really go in there and fetch it? they do during the day. Like if there's something left over during the day, like taco meat or something, they'll ask for a taco, soft taco or something for lunch. But honestly, we kind of keep lunches easy for them so that they can make it themselves. Peanut butter and jelly, ham sandwiches, turkey sandwiches, things like that. And I really try to focus those leftovers as meals, because it saves me more money. But if you have a leftover night and that, you know, leftover makeover doesn't work for you and you would rather do a leftover night, do that. Like, all of this is just to inspire you to find what works for you, so that at the end of the week, you're not throwing away leftovers or things that people didn't eat, you know, people in your family didn't eat. There's nothing that breaks my heart more than wasted food, because, you know, you look at it and you're like, I could have used that. I could have repurposed that. So my focus is always, how do I do that? How do I do that? So I like to open up, you know, our garbage night is on Monday mornings. So our garbage night is Sunday night. I like to open up my fridge on Sunday night and not see any leftover containers in the fridge, if I can help it. I like to put it all to good use, even if it's just to warm it up again as a side. Like something like leftover stuffing or leftover risotto. If I have enough, or I have, like, I know Mina loves risotto, so maybe I make a side dish one night that I know is not her favorite, but I have a little risotto left, so I can warm that up for her. Like, I'm always mindful. I always try to be mindful so that on the Sunday night when we're, you know, getting garbage out to the curb, my fridge isn't one of those places that I have to really empty, because I've been a good steward of my pantry. And my pantry for me includes my fridge. It includes everything, my freezers, my actual pantry, you know, everything in my cabinets, cupboards, my fridge, and my freezer. So really learning to be mindful and like I said, a good steward, and trying to save that money, because grocery bills are crazy. They have doubled in the past few years, and in some cases have tripled. So we're all in this boat together. So if you can lean on me and I can lean on you, we can get through this. So I hope this is helpful to you. Let me know if you have any questions down below. Like I said, I will leave that link up above and a card in down below, and you'll be able to find this in that playlist, so you can watch my first video, which is pretty long-winded. I think it was like an hour long, but I couldn't cut anything because I wanted to explain to you guys how I meal plan and what works best for me. So keep your eye on those sales. Buy what you eat, buy what your family loves, and, you know, build and stock your pantry with joy in your heart, and you can't go wrong. So all right guys, I will see you hopefully this week. I'll bring you along if I can anything. I always hate making the same videos for you, but you guys, I can the same things over and over again. So if you want to see apple pie filling again, if you want to see what else did I say I wanted to can? Apple pie filling and tomatoes. If you want to see those, let me know, and I will make those videos again for you. I just, you know, never want to bore you. All right. All right. God bless you. God bless your week. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I will be seeing you soon. All right. God bless. Love you. Bye.